Celebration is this week in Chattanooga, and today it began with a train ride. Greg Glover takes us back in time to the 1800s for our next story.
To kick off the Medal of Honor celebration here in Chattanooga, the recipients have come from far and wide, and they were invited on a train ride to commemorate the event that led to the first awarding of those medals, our nation's highest honor. We are fortunate enough to tag along. Honored guests board a CSX special to follow the path from Big Shanty, current-day Kennesaw, Georgia, toward Chattanooga.
To be in the same spot that they were in so many years ago is just surreal.
James McClellan is a medic who was wounded multiple times during battle in Vietnam but refused evacuation. He was joined by 36 fellow Medal of Honor recipients for Tuesday's ride through history.
In 1862, James Andrews concocted a scheme to try to change the course of the Civil War. It involved cutting off supply lines between the South and rebels in Chattanooga. You remember that locomotive named the General? We're retracing her steps on the very same rails today.
Much of the landscape looks exactly the way it would have, but then a lot of it's changed as well.
Local historian Tracy Wright took in the view as reenactors added to the realism on board.
To see it from this vantage point, like where we're stopped now in Dogwood Valley, just south of Ringgold, seeing this beautiful landscape going through the tunnel in Tunnel Hill.
The plan and the weather derailed Andrews Raiders 163 years ago. Even today, making this trip happen was no small feat.
So first, all credit to CSX and the team at CSX for doing all of the hard legwork on this.
That team numbers some 22,000, and 1 in 5 is a veteran or first responder. Retired Lieutenant General Thomas Bostic serves on the CSX board. The former chief of the Army Corps of Engineers was challenged more than a year ago by General B.B. Bell from Chattanooga to try to get this together. This has been a freight line for ages.
You know, CSX is a publicly traded company. We have a business, we have customers, and their customers want to move things from point A to point B, so we've got to make sure that as we're doing community service events and supporting our veterans and the Medal of Honor recipients and their families, that we integrate that with all of our other responsibilities.
On this day, cars and grain and other supplies were pushed aside for a moment for these heroes, and people lined the tracks to honor them.
Every town, Cartersville, Adairsville, Calhoun, even at some of the little crossroads here, we've seen a lot of people out.
But here we are, going down those tracks, seeing a lot of the wonderful scenery, seeing these little bitty towns, you know, people taking pictures of us, you know, going down the track. But it's just a wonderful feeling. It's a relaxed feeling, and I feel very privileged to be a part of it.
Unlike Andrews Raiders, our mission was successfully completed and we arrived safely at the Ringgold Depot. These Medal of Honor recipients will be in town for the rest of the week, speaking at schools to first responders before their big gala on Saturday to celebrate everything they mean to this country and what they mean to Chattanooga, home of the Heritage Museum. From Ringgold, Greg Glover, Local 3 News.
Greg,